once again, YouTubers. Andy with you with another video. So today we're at a place called Ludgershall Castle. Okay, it's just over there. This is a English heritage site, so if I want to fly my drone, I can't fly it from here. I've got to go down there 50 or 60 meters or something, then get it up and then kind of fly it over and have a little look. So this is Ludgershall Castle, as you can see. It says here, the castle became a royal property soon after its construction in the late 11th century. Later, King Henry III transformed it into a luxury residence surrounded by parkland for hunting. So I think what we'll do, we're going to have a little look to see what there is. And I think it could make quite an interesting video. Then we're going to get the Neo up and have a little bit of a fly around with that, because there's some lovely woods and a bit of a forest a bit further up that road. Many thanks to, I think it was New Forest Explorer. Thank you for giving me the heads up about this place. I didn't even know it was here. And if it wasn't you, then I apologise. I also apologise to the other YouTuber who said, come down here, have a look at this, and go and fly in the forest, which is just over there. But first of all, we're going to have a quick look at this particular place. I suppose this would have been perhaps the main castle area, I suppose. It does look very old, doesn't it? It could be like a ghost, and I'm going to start walking through walls. Ooh, very spooky. Okay, that's your main structure right there. We shall make our way in. Well, I'm just about 6 foot. I think I'll be bashing my head, as you can see. Oh, that would be painful, wouldn't it? I've got to duck down a little bit. So, yeah, there we go. That's the inside of the castle right here. It's not being held up by anything. It's being held up by its own esteem. Looks like there's some slate in there, some like roof tiles or something. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? And over there as well, and all the way around. I guess it must be original, I suppose, but yeah, it's quite an impressive place. So there we go. Anyway, that's section 1 over and done with for this video. We're going to head ourselves over in that direction over there, because I can see some forest over there, and we're going to explore Ludgershall Forest. Right, incredible really when you think about it. That structure back there, that castle, that building, you know, being 11th century or thereabouts, is older than quite a few countries around the world. You know, older than Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, places like that. Oh, those places have always existed, yes. But, you know, as they are in their present form, they have not. So that place is older than them. And it gives me really great pleasure to bring these places to you. A little bit of our heritage and our history. It's quite amazing. Okay, right, let's get the little drone up, shall we? The DJI Mini 3. We get filming. I'll stick it on sports mode just to get me over there a bit. And I believe it's going to be over in this direction, I reckon. Just angle my gimbal up a little bit. You don't want to be looking at the floor, do you? That's your Ludgershall Castle there, guys. I'll give you a bit of a spinny around. There we go. Trying to keep it centre frame, of course. You know, AI couldn't do this, could it? I don't think so. Anyway, so that gives you just a bit of an idea, doesn't it, of this place. Okay. There we go. Ludgershall Castle, 11th century. Very interesting. Right, we're going to fly it back over to myself, which I'm over in this direction. Stick it on sports mode once again. And away we go. Right, the darker trees are going to be probably your pine trees. You see, it's quite a large area. It's about 1/3 of the size of probably Savernake Forest, I think. But they look lovely, don't they? Just woods and forest is just something amazing about them. Job done. Into the forest we go. As I said in my previous video, I don't talk much about politics or religion. I think a wise man once said, there's two things you ought not to really be talking about if you want to keep your friends. Politics and religion, young man. Just leave those two subjects aside because they're very divisive. I see many a good friendship being ruined over religion and politics. And simply, I've made some good friends on here and I kind of want to keep them. And I think the best way you keep your friends is really not talking about those particular subjects. Right, so this place is a bit mad, guys. It's a bit mad. There's a lot of stuff out there to bring my drone down. I've really got to be on top form, I think, to keep this thing in the air for any kind of time at all. Okay, get filming then and see how we go. Lots of little wispy stuff around here, so I've got to keep it kind of above that really, because it's going to get knocked every now and again, I think. We'll try our best though. We'll see what there is. Not promising anything, mind, but yeah, this looks oh, hello. Wow, yeah, this is going to be tough, I think, flying in here. It's a lovely space, it's a lovely place, but it's fraught with danger. It really is. Okay, right, it's opened up a little bit. Oh, thankfully we might be able to actually cut loose a little bit and fly around and see what there is in this wonderful place. Yeah, so this is Ludgershall wood or forest. When does a forest become a wood? Well, it depends if it's a hunting ground or not, apparently. So this was an old ancient hunting ground from years ago. So therefore it becomes a forest. You wouldn't want to be doing this with your Mini 3, for instance. You're going to be minus a few props, I think, by the time if you ever got it back. Probably a few broken limbs as well. But thankfully the Neo, one-piece construction, plenty of protection around the old props there. Yeah, it's a damn good drone. I kind of had today planned to go and buy the Flip. But kind of after seeing some more videos, you know, some DJI Flip versus a Neo, I kind of backed out last minute. I mean, I might still go and get it actually, just because I like the camera on it, and I think the camera will do my videos an amazing amount of justice, I think. Anyway. Yeah, so just, you know, sit back and relax, enjoy the great outdoors, as I do. I just do find this a great way of just relaxing. Yeah. Stick on the big screen, guys. You might see something, you know, kind of interesting, really. You see much more on the big screen. So I'm also shooting in 4K as well, 30 frames per second. So that's obviously going to help the video quality. And also on YouTube, if you go down to the bottom right hand side, there's like a little gear symbol there. If you just tap that, then you can select high resolution, you know, 4K, and then you've seen it all its glory then, pretty much. Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, what a wonderful place. I think that's the only downside of this drone, if I had any at all. There's a few, I'm being ultra critical now, there's a few little negative things which I suppose I could perhaps, you know, think, well, if I was a drone maker, then I'd probably do this. You know, maybe make it a little bit heavier, therefore have to be a little bit bigger to incorporate a larger battery, which isn't a problem really. I mean, the camera quality, to be honest, I think is pretty acceptable, especially when I get it on my edit suite, because I can work all sorts of magical wonders on there. just to bump the image quality up a little bit, and maybe a little bit more fly time would be really good. I'm down to 55% battery power, so we're doing okay. I could still run it around a bit more. Do some low forest flying like this, just hunting for that little gap really, just to fly it through, and the Neo does that so well. It's an absolute blinding, it's just a great little drone. It's an absolute blinder, this thing. Yeah, it's a great little drone. Yeah, it's hard to, I mean, this is the first attempt they've done at something like this, DJI, and they've absolutely nailed it first time. They really have. Oh, okay, there's a pathway or a roadway there. We're just going to keep off with the roadway and just keep in the forested area where all the excitement's going on. Just trying to keep this thing as low to the ground as possibly can without it actually wanting to land. Just go through those little gaps, watching out for the little wispy bits as well. Yeah. Oh, it's just a wonderful place to spend a Saturday morning, really, just cutting loose, doing fancy free stuff. Do you know, so I used to be quite an avid golfer years ago. I spent loads of time playing golf. I really did. I kind of wanted it to be my job actually, but oops, it didn't quite work out for me, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Oh, we're down. There we go. Not a problem. First one of the day. I think there might be a few more little downings coming our way, but we're only 60 meters away. We're going to go and pick it up. There'll be no damage at all to this drone. It's an absolute commando of drones. It really, really is, and I cannot recommend this drone highly enough. Okay, so we found a little chap. Having a quick check just to make sure everything is okay. A bit of pine straw in there. That's fine. Gimbal's working okay. I'm down to 40% battery, so I'll stick another battery in it and then we can go for another flight. Okay, so we are all good. New battery. Up she goes. Let's get filming. And once again we're going to go into the forest, have a little scout around, see what there is, and let's have a talk about AI. Shall we? I had a bit of a rant yesterday about it, didn't I? Yeah, it's you know, because we don't know the full ramifications of it. Oh, hello, we're down again. Hang on a second. It might take off actually. Let's try it. Looks like it's right way up. Yeah, okay, we were lucky there. Okay, yeah, so anyway, we'll carry on with our conversation. Okay, so regarding AI, yeah, I think this is quite damaging. Now, I do use some music in my videos. There was an interesting comment left by one of my might be a subscriber, I don't know, but anyway, he's a musician, and I think he was a bit peeved, and rightly so. There is a battle going on. I'm just going to move it back a little bit. There is a battle going on between humans and AI, you know, in so many different kind of sectors, really, of our life. You know, in arts, if you're an actor. Now, I for one would not go and watch a film with AI in it. Okay, AI replacing actors. So there's obviously an issue with that. There's also an issue regarding, I'm just going to bring it back a little because of the footpath there. I don't want to cross any footpaths really. There's also an issue with musicians as well. Now, I respect musicians. I've been listening to an awful lot of Eric Clapton lately, and what an absolute musician he is, and I'll talk a bit more about him in a while. But you can see that there's a conflict going on between AI and humans. They're most definitely bringing a bit of a war to us, aren't they? You know, the creators of AI, and because we don't really know its limits, I think it's quite dangerous. We've all seen the film Terminator. Now, I suppose that is a bit extreme, but if somehow I don't know, this is a bit science fiction-y now, guys, okay? I'm going into the realms of conspiracy. What if somehow it gained consciousness and learnt things from us? It learnt, you know, how to just look after itself, to defend itself, to reproduce itself. I mean, I don't know. All the information's out there, isn't it? On the internet, and this bot, the AI bot, is dragging all this information, you know, for itself. Could it learn? Could it become self-sufficient? Could it become conscious? Could they actually start some kind of a, I don't know, a war against humanity? I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, isn't it? I suppose. I mean, we do live in a very strange universe, don't we? Where these things are, you know, quite possible. Right, okay, I've got myself into a situation here now. Going to try and get myself out of it if I possibly can. Yeah, I can just about get through that. Wow, that was tight. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so you can see that AI can have a massive impact on, you know, film stars, on musicians, on people who do editing for videos. I mean, oh, here we go. Back to me again now. Look. If I get it between my legs. Oh, just about. That was a close shave. Yeah, so there is an ongoing battle between humans and AI, really. And I guess the people who are making it all very excited about it. Oh, it's going to be the next best thing. And I don't think they honestly really know where it can go. I think Elon Musk has been warning us, hasn't he, that potentially this could be the end of so many things. And I don't know what's going on with Elon Musk, to be honest, whether he's still in with the whole AI thing, but I think he may have backed out of it somewhat. But yeah, I won't be using any AI tools, any AI music. I'm very much realise that there is a bit of an issue going on between AI and us humans. I think it could possibly, taken to its absolute limit, it could possibly may spell the end of the human race in a sense. I know it sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? But I mean, potentially, you know, it could very well do that, and that's a very frightening scenario. Anyway, yeah. So there we go, guys. Yeah, just a few concerns there, I think, regarding AI. I think we've all got these little concerns, haven't we? And why wouldn't we, eh? Pathway? I think so. Anyway, so this place, Ludgershall, you can see it's really, really lovely. Yeah, it's about how far are we away? About a 35-40 minute drive from where I live in South Swindon. So it's not too bad. It's a fairly quick north-south road I've kind of come on to get here. And it's just wonderful, isn't it? Just wonderful. I'm just creeping around the woods, just seeing what there is, just enjoying, you know, this lovely area. This really concentrates my mind. It really takes my mind away from, you know, everything around the world pretty much. Anyway, so yeah, Eric Clapton, I talked about him earlier, didn't I? What an absolute artist he is. I mean, again, musician. I mean, is his job under threat? I mean, he's coming towards the end of his career now, and what a career that's been. I love the guy. I absolutely love the guy. I've kind of been... I'm just going to go over this, make sure there's nobody there. Just going to go over the other side of this pathway. I mean, what an absolute legend he is, and he always will be in my eyes, and most people's eyes, actually. I've been reading a little bit about his kind of life, really. It's very, very sad in so many ways. I mean, he was born in a place called Ripley, which I think's in Surrey somewhere, a little village. Apparently he didn't know his dad, or his dad didn't want to know him. I think his dad went back to Germany. I think he was born in 1945 or thereabouts. Anyway, so yeah, his upbringing wasn't great. I think his mum buggered off to Canada. That's not a very nice word. She emigrated to Canada and left him behind. I think it was brought up by his grandparents or his nana or something. But anyway, he picked up a guitar and obviously started playing with that, as most kids probably did in the 1960s or 50s. Massive music revolution back then. Just trying
landing.
No, don't land. Oh, I can't get down too far. Okay, carry on. Yeah, anyway, so I mean, he's just an absolute brilliant musician, a great vocalist, a great singer-songwriter, and very tragic. He lost a son. His son apparently fell out of a hotel balcony. I think it was about maybe 3 or 4 years old, his son, you know, and oh man, can you just imagine how he must have felt when he realised what happened? Oh, ooh, big hit there. You can just imagine how he felt when he discovered what happened to his son. I went sideways, didn't I? Right, let's see if we can take it off again. It might let us. Let's try. Weak signal, okay. Right, it's not letting us take off, I don't think. I think the angle might be...
Take off.
Oh, here we go. Oh, we got away with that. Well, we get film again then. That's handy. Okay. Right, we got away with it. Yeah, so, yeah, Eric Clapton, absolute legend, brilliant singer, brilliant songwriter, but once again, AI possibly could, you know, he could be under attack from the AI bot, because I have listened to some of the AI music, and to be fair, it's pretty bloody listenable, but it's not human. It's just not human, and that's what puts me off. If it's putting people out of work, then I'm not bothered I'm not bothered to buy that material. I think if anyone goes to college or university or works hard at any kind of, you know, a trade, then they deserve to get recompensed and rewarded for that. And AI, unfortunately, is going to take that away, possibly take it away. But, you know, I think we need to be strong, guys. I think we need to turn our back on this whole AI thing, because I think ultimately, I think it's going to be our demise. I think it really is. You know,
battery level is low.
There's a prophecy right there, isn't there?
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
I've just cancelled it. I'll bring it back. I've got another battery, so we can go for another flight.
Low battery. Return to home promptly.
Okay, we're trying our best here. We're getting back. Don't worry. We're cutting loose. We're going a bit crazy. I'm just going to get in here again, I think. Take it over to the home point. Oh. Okay, home point dead ahead. Okay, right, so we've got a new battery in it. Looks very interesting over there, doesn't it? I think we can have a little look. Try and keep it in a fairly straight line if we can. For as long as we possibly can, then we might have to deviate. Otherwise we'll bury this thing into a tree. Which is not the best thing to do, obviously. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, there's so many things to kind of be aware of these days, guys. I mean, without getting, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go negative. I'm not going to do negative. I'm going to do positive.
Home point updated.
You can really get yourself in a bit of a knickers twisted situation, can't you, if you focus on the negative some of the time. And that's not really what my channel is all about. It's really about finding that inner strength, that inner quality which we all have. Every human being with a soul and a spirit has that inner strength. You are something absolutely wonderful, guys, okay? Yeah, so yeah, this is just great, isn't it? The DJI Neo, guys, what an absolute bloody machine it is. I mean, I've given this thing so much abuse over the months I've had it. I would have probably gone through maybe 3 or 4 different drones, I think. Right, it's upright. See if we can take it off again. It should. Navigation system error, it's saying. Take off with caution, okay. Well, let's try it then. If I can just go.
Take off.
Yep, we're good. Okay, we get filming again. That just saves me going out there and picking it up. Basically, I'd like to go and pick it up, have a look, check the props, check the gimbal, just to make sure everything's okay. But if it's in a flyable state, then I'm more than happy to, because it's just an absolute legend, this thing. It really, really is. I mean, it just does everything, you know, I want it to do, and I just cannot see any other drone doing something similar to this. Not the Flip. I mean, the Avata will probably do a damn good job, but that's a big drone. That's a heavy drone, that is, the Avata. And it's expensive as well. I mean, you're talking over £1,000 for that thing. And I'm not really willing to... Oh, there's that strange man again. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Didn't see there was a tree behind me. It's a good test though, just to see, one, whether it actually take off in that position. That was a bit stupid, wasn't it? Is it going to take off? Wow, look at that. Look at that, eh? What an absolute legend of a machine. Get filming again. My gosh, look at that. And that angle was quite acute as well. Yeah, that angle was quite acute as well. Just goes to show just how good this drone is. I mean, come on. That's got to be worth a subscription alone, isn't it? Amazing little machine. Yeah, anyway, right, let's have a little search over here, shall I? don't think I've been over here yet. So we're going up a slight hill here. And we're just going to carry on until we run out of battery. Wow, look at this. I'm in a bit of a wild wall situation there, guys. I don't even think I want to be trying to go in there. I'll have to send my dog in, I think, and go and get it. If this thing comes down, I don't think it's going to take off again, is it? But it just goes to show how nimble this little bird is. It really can go through the most tightest of spaces. So you wouldn't normally go in here. This drone is going where people dare to tread. You would not be walking in a place like this unless you lost your drone, of course. Right, I'm going to try and get myself back out of here now. Oh, slowly, without busting a gut or something. I'm just really testing my drone flying.
Landing.
No, don't land. My drone flying skills here. Now, if I go low, is that going to land? Yeah, it wants to land, you see. Right, we'll take it over in this direction. Right, this is bordering on just bonkers, guys, okay? This is bordering on bonkers. Oh, it's doing something strange. But it's still in a flyable state, which is what's most important. Not having a nice time in there, is it? Well, I think I can see a way out. Well, I went in there, I kind of had a look. It was interesting, kind of, in a bit of a sadistic sort of a way. Right, I think we kind of got away with that, didn't we? Yep, that was good. That was okay. What was different? I haven't really done that before, I don't think. I don't think I spotted anything yet, deer-wise, or anything else for that matter. I'll take it towards a home point. 33% battery left, power. We're on our last battery now, so we're just making the most of this little bit, I think. Right, this thing is absolutely getting hammering, isn't it? But you can see how well it's doing. Wow, look at that. It really does
Visual positioning failure, unable to return.
Okay, right, it's done something strange. It's down again. We're going to try, and I don't think it's going to take off, actually. I don't think this time. I think it's probably a bridge too far for it. Yeah, I think so.
Take off. off.
Oh, it has done as well. My gosh, I don't believe it. Well, we get filming then. Wow, what an absolute legend of a thing. It just saves me going out there and getting it. I mean, what an absolute... It's a commando. If this thing was in the forces, it would be a Navy SEAL or something, or a commando. It'd be something crazy like that. It'd be just an absolute, beast of a thing. There's no other words to really describe it. It's an absolute beast.
Battery level is low.
Okay.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Right, I'll bring it back to the home point then, which is in this direction, I think.
Return to home.
No, don't do that. Okay, so when the battery level goes really low, guys, it wants to return to home no matter if you've got it set to hover, so just bear that one in mind. That's just what it does.
Low battery. Return to home promptly.
Okay, we'll go this way then. Just going a bit of a round robin. I'm just getting absolutely every ounce of power I possibly can out of this battery before I have to stop my play day.
Battery.
Yeah,
Return to home
yeah,
promptly.
Yeah, we are. We're doing our best, love. Okay. Alright, it's getting quite critical now, so I'm going to have to bring it back to myself, I think.
Critically low battery warning. Landing.
It wants to land now. So once again, we come to the end of my video. Looks like the clouds coming down a little bit. It's gotten quite misty, and I've been going to walk through the forest rather than walk on the pathway, just because the pathway is just so muddy at the moment. Literally, you know, it's ankle deep pretty much, and just coming through here is much nicer anyway. Anyway guys, so I just want to wrap the video up here. If you like this kind of thing, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really did like it, please consider subscribing. My aim on my channel is to be the best channel on YouTube. All stops have been pulled out to make this the best channel on YouTube. Obviously, that all depends how many subscribers you've got, and if you've got lots of subscribers, then I guess it means that you've got a good channel. The best channel on YouTube. So please subscribe to my channel and help make this the best channel, the best on YouTube. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.